Hello, everyone, and welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister, Devin E.
What's up?
My brother, Derek.
What's up?
And my friend, Dan.
What's going on?
And today, we're going to be talking about Get Smart.
Get with
I didn't
it.
know when this came out.
2008.
2008.
Oh, that's my grad year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's old because Kim Jong-il was still the dictator of North Korea.
Who's it now? Kim Jong-un? Kim Jong-un?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Get Smart, starring Steve Carell, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson,
Terry Crews.
Anne Hathaway, Terry
Anne Hathaway.
Crews, that guy from Heroes. I forget his
That
name.
other guy that be in things.
Yep, that other funny guy that be in things.
The great Kali.
Yep, that other funny guy that also be in things.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
good cast.
disrespect.
And it's just a fun movie to watch. I say, now you guys will be surprised, but
Okay.
I have seen Get Smart before now.
You have?
I know usually I haven't seen the movies we're watching,
Yeah.
but
Sadly enough, I've seen this movie multiple times.
yeah, I've seen this multiple
Me
times.
too.
Yeah, me too.
So, Get Smart to me is a fun movie to watch. I actually think it's good writing.
Okay.
Oddly enough, now it is definitely ridiculous, but it's meant to be ridiculous, right?
Of course.
Okay.
And the reason I say good writing is there's a few small things like they set up to make the ridiculousness kind of make sense in the future. Like in the beginning, he has this meeting where he says the bad guys are people too, and that comes back around at the end, like towards the end of the movie, when he actually gets out of something by treating the bad guy like a person.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think there was a couple of instances of that where they kind of set something up and where in the real world we generally wouldn't accept this, but since they set it up in the beginning, you kind of accept it in the movie by that time point.
Yeah, I think a lot of it because before he was an analyst, and it kind of plays like, he does all this extra work about learning the background of people and doing a deep dive, but it actually ended up saving him multiple times within the movie, which is, I guess, is good writing. It made me wonder because this is based off an old TV show.
Yes. Yeah.
Was he like
Yeah.
that in the
I
TV
saw that.
show?
Down.
Actually, I kind of like the theme.
Yeah.
We do all them security doors, then you finally get stuck in it.
Yeah, so it made me wonder, was that how he was in the show? I have no idea. I've never actually seen the show.
I've never seen the original.
either.
Yeah.
Maybe I should take a look at it.
I did do some YouTubing to figure out something later, but I didn't actually watch an episode. I just YouTube saw the picture I wanted to see, and that was that.
Oh,
I had no
okay.
desire to watch an episode. I guess I could have,
Yeah.
but I didn't. But whatever.
It's what it is.
Well, I was going to say that what I looked up, because when I looked up Get Smart, the TV show actually came up first instead of the movie. And it was saying that the show was like, funny because it was the height of like secret agent movies around that time. So it was like they wanted to make light of all these serious secret agent movies that were taken off at that time. So they wanted to make something light. So, and it's listed as a sitcom. So I took it as that it probably was meant to be funny.
When did that come out?
1965.
65.
1965. Yeah, and it lasted 5 seasons.
Was there a lot of spy movies in the 60s?
I mean, James Bond, right?
Oh,
I want to say
yeah.
James Bond.
Is that it?
They're probably it.
Probably, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, James Bond.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I don't believe I actually forgot about that.
You forgot about James Bond.
Because it's like they're trying to like make light of all the spy stuff. And I'm like, what spy stuff was out in the 60s? But definitely James Bond.
Yeah, definitely James Bond.
James Bond,
What are you
yeah.
thinking, Devin E?
Devin E?
I don't
I think Mission Impossible, the show, was out probably during that time too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was a
Mission Impossible. What's the
70s?
70s? That's 70s,
That
though.
was the 70s.
Yeah, that's definitely 70s. All right. But this movie definitely, everybody here, well, we know Dwayne The Rock Johnson can be in some comedy. Steve Carell Just
Obviously.
yeah, obviously brings the comedy, and this movie is funny. Like I definitely laughed out loud a bunch of times, and I've seen it already, and it was still funny.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen it multiple times, and every time I watch it, I'm still laughing. It's
Yeah.
just a hilarity, if that's a word.
I think that is a word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
but I think it's like that's how you know something is truly funny because I've seen this movie multiple times, but I did find myself like laughing out loud, which I know is not something I do often.
That's true. She
It's
does.
true. I actually don't know what her laugh sounds like.
I don't either.
Yeah, it could be like cackling or something.
It's one of those.
I cackle. I would not.
I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like.
I'm like I wouldn't cackle.
She,
don't even know what a
laugh
cackle
like
is.
ha
Ha ha
ha.
ha! This is fun. It's like that.
But yeah, no, it is a truly funny movie. Although I do believe the CGI was a little wonky. In
Well,
some
I mean,
places.
do you really
I feel
spend
like
the budget on this CGI?
I don't think they would have on that.
It was doors. You could have made it look better.
Nah.
I think it kind of fit with the movie though, like the the weird looking at some of the doors. I'm like, it just fit with the movie, so I'm like, yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay, I don't know. It was a little too wonky for me.
Okay. I didn't notice the CGI because I figured it's supposed to be.
I mean, I
bad.
noticed
It's
it,
like-
but it's like I just
know.
feel like it fit.
And also, at one point, I said to myself, like, does this movie make sense? But it also could have been because it was late. And I might have just been, like, half tired when I was watching this. But
Could
does it
be.
make sense?
I mean, yeah, it kind of
yeah,
does make
yeah.
sense. Like,
Okay.
there's certain things that's like, I mean, it's like, yeah, okay, but like when he shot himself up in the bathroom with all them harpoons,
That was so stupid.
he was trying his best not to scream, like,
Mother of pearl.
like he was tearing himself up with them things.
All right, so the stupidest thing about that scene was he was using a Swiss Army knife.
Okay. I put that in my nitpicks.
And I was like, just use the knife.
I-
He's such an idiot.
Okay. so I put that in my nitpicks. I was like, does it not have a saw or scissors
Yeah, they
or a
named
knife?
it. They named it when they told him everything.
They
They
said
had.
it had a saw.
But, and then I know
Yeah.
it does because at the end of the movie, he used it.
The knife, yeah.
So, like, why were you using the harpoon?
Yeah, so he sit up there trying to use a mini crossbow to break his handcuffs. Why would that be the first thing you would think of? I'm like, a knife.
It
is
didn't make any sense. I was like, I know you probably got like 3 different knives on that thing.
He jacked himself up though in that bathroom, like badly.
That was funny though.
Yes, that was funny. That was one of the many funny parts of the movie. Oh man.
Also, with that scene, why didn't Agent 99? Why didn't she grab the other parachute
Oh,
when she jumped? She grabbed one parachute and jumped out to catch him.
because
I was
then
like,
he would have to put it on midair, and he probably didn't know how to do that.
just put
his
it on
arms
him and pull the chute.
Maybe it
Even
would've
if
been
he didn't
hard.
put it
I
on,
don't
just
know.
Even if
Hold
he
on to
didn't
it and
latch
pull
the
the chute.
things in the middle, get it around his arms and pull the chute. I'm pretty sure
might
that's
have been-
better.
It might have, but I mean, they didn't always make good decisions.
Okay.
Well, that and I was
Well,
wondering, did she
like
even have enough time to
how
catch
he
up
was
with him?
falling.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
She did have enough time to catch up
Oh.
with him. Okay.
I believe so. Because when you do a controlled fall, like, yes, if she dives down, she will fall faster.
I know she would like gain speed, but I feel like he was falling for too long for her to gain enough speed to catch up with him.
I don't know. How long does it take you to hit the ground? I feel like those skydiving people be in the air for a while.
They do be
Okay.
up there for a while,
All right.
especially if they're all spread out and everything.
Yeah.
And
Like,
all
if
that.
you flatten your body,
Okay.
it takes a real long
You're
time.
catching air. The air's slowing you down.
I like
fine.
how he said, "Oh, good, you heard me screaming."
Like, yeah, exactly.
You
That's
know
what
what's weird? It's like in some scenes he seemed really competent, and in other scenes he's like a complete idiot.
He's a really good shot.
He is a
is.
good shot.
But
he had
they
good
set
fighting
that up
moves.
in the beginning
Yeah,
with the paintball game.
Yes.
yeah, he was a really good shot with the paintball gun.
Yeah.
So, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, obviously he could
And
shoot.
then when they were in that guy's house, he showed off some good fighting moves.
Oh, remember him getting through the laser?
When he hit the split, I'm like,
It's like, so you want me to do exactly what you did?
he ain't had to look back like that though. He ain't had to look back at it. He looked back at it though.
He did.
Like, woo, sexified.
Yeah, you should have
Yes.
did a little twerk and everything.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
That was funny.
Yeah, the tranquilizer.
Oh, the tranquilizer dart, which in the blowgun, but he
Oh, then
sucked
he
it back.
He inhaled.
I was like, oh my god,
So where'd she get them clothes from?
they're spies. She had it in their hotel.
Off the black market. Black market clothing. Line.
With a wig.
Yeah, it came with the dress.
Yeah, of course. There you go.
Yeah,
They're fully prepared.
yeah.
Okay.
Everything they need.
It was a BOGO, buy one get one.
Oh, buy one dress, get one wig.
Yeah, that Spies R Us. You've never been there?
Yeah, you never been.
I don't know what store.
Buy some stock. They're really on the rise right now. Just
I go to Spies R Us all the time.
yeah, all the time. Can't tell anybody you're going. Though.
Yeah.
Gotta be secretive.
I'm clearly shopping at the wrong store.
Yes.
Clearly.
You are.
Don't worry. We'll get you hip.
All right.
Never need.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you need stuff for your job at the NSA.
True that.
Yes. Yes.
True that. What he said. But yes, a very fun movie though. Like the humor was, cause like with Steve Carell's humor, like it wasn't forced. Like it's never forced. It's just
Right.
Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of what he does. Just like when he be in the office, it's never forced humor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just him being an idiot, and like it just comes across well, like in the screenplay and whatnot. So
Yeah, it's kind of natural. I feel like he's kind of the same in all his movies, but for him, it's not a bad thing
right,
because
Right.
it fits in all the movies that he's in.
mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, like he's a natural funny, and I think like when they were talking about doing this movie in the '90s, they brought up like Jim Carrey,
No.
and that would have been because it'd have been like
Over
over
the
the
top.
top.
yeah, it probably would have
yeah.
been over the top. Yeah,
That would. I actually like imagining Jim Carrey in this role. I'm like, I can't. I wouldn't enjoy this movie.
No, because you got to figure the humor in this movie is already kind of over the top because they got all these wonky gadgets and all of that,
Yeah.
and then you also have someone being extra,
right.
Yeah.
like
Well, here's the thing about Steve Carell is, he's obviously being funny, but the way he plays it is as if he takes himself seriously, which
Yeah.
makes it funny
yeah.
because it's like
Yeah.
it's a real person just being
Like
being
when he
super-
told her how fat, he was like, "Oh yeah, I ran a 5.16."
Oh yeah, he was talking about he was at the academy, and they cut away to the academy, and he was super fat. He was like, personal best. He went to the like,
yeah.
and the music they played with it, it was just spot
No,
on.
when he was dancing with a girl and he was like, I recently lost 150 pounds. And she was like,
like,
me too. I was like, oh.
All right.
Look, I will say, since you brought that up, there was a lot of jokes in this movie that will not go over today. Like, they wouldn't let you tell it.
You know,
Like-
I
like
mean,
what
I
you
think you could, like, you can
Now
tell a
people
fat joke
very-
without being insensitive. I mean,
I don't think we will get a comedy today that will have a fat joke.
no.
Really?
Not that many. Not with the heavyset lady. Not with him being fat. Not all the jokes with them calling men by girls' names. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they will not tolerate right now.
Probably not calling men by girls' names. I'll say, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see that.
Well,
But the fat,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
true.
I don't know about the fat joke.
I
feel like-
well, I don't know. I feel
they
like it's in
wouldn't
the
touch it.
context
Really?
that you do it. Like, you can make, because, okay, I always feel like it's in the context that you do it. Because, like, there are a lot of comedians that still make jokes that are about different things, whether it be oversized or a race or anything like that. And it's still found funny. Like I always
And the
mention
internet
this.
don't get mad about that.
Some people do.
I mean, people are always gonna
Some
get mad
people
about some
do,
jokes.
but it's
That's
not
all- that's-
always.
you can't
It's not
avoid that.
always an overarching. Like when you have everybody on you, that's when it's like, yes, you've crossed
Like,
the line.
I agree that it's something you can still do. I just feel like movies today won't do it.
Nah,
I really, they're not gonna do it.
That's interesting. I don't know.
that is interesting. It is interesting. Because I mean, I
I don't know.
was-
Family Guy can still get. If Family Guy can still get away with the jokes that they make.
It's Family. Family Guy is like the only people that can do it.
And The
Like if
Simpsons.
it was another show not named Family Guy that tells the jokes that they tell, They wouldn't be on TV still.
Family Guy.
They be pushing it. I'm
They
like,
don't. They do not hold back.
Well, I was watching The Simpsons the other day, and I'm saying to myself, "Is this racist?"
yes,
Yes.
very much so.
It probably was.
It really was racist.
It is, but it's like so genuinely like it's The Simpsons. Like I
But
really
I feel like The Simpsons and Family Guy can get away with stuff like that because that's the nature of who they are. But like
But
today,
that
we
makes it-
don't. They're not gonna. No one's even gonna want to touch it.
But that's why I say it's the context in which you tell the joke. Like in this movie, I don't think a bigger person is going to be upset about the way they made that joke. He was trying to be in the field as an agent, and he was heavier set, and it was difficult for him to do the physical stuff.
Oh, when he went down the zip line, like his body just was dead. He was like, personal best. Oh, that was funny though. Like I feel like it's hard to be offended by that. It's like, I mean, if you're big, then obviously it's gonna be difficult for you to complete that task. But you know, it's like it is what it is.
I feel like yes, I feel like being offended at some things is appropriate at times because people definitely go too far, and then people like to act like they're joking and they're really not. They're
right.
like they're really being racist, or they're really being like they're really fat shaming someone or something like that, which is wrong.
Right.
But like at the same time, that doesn't mean all jokes are like,
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that like where we are today, they treat all jokes as if you're being mean or negative towards a group of people.
But that would completely take out the comedy field.
Yeah, but how
Like,
many
you
how
need
many
that.
comedies have you really seen though? Like a good comedy movie recently,
Free Guy.
and they have nothing like that in it. And you're not like think about movies like The Hangover and all of that. None of that stuff would go today.
Classic movie. The Hangover,
Yeah. Okay. All
But,
right.
He has a point.
Okay. I guess there weren't any. I mean, it's not necessary, but all right.
Okay, I will say so. I think it's just depends on that delivery too and the context, like you said. It's
Yeah.
because like it's
I feel like you could tell when someone's being disingenuous.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
if it's relative to the situation that you're describing, that situation just happens to be comical. It's like okay, but if you're attacking, like you can tell when somebody's attacking.
yes,
and when they're
absolutely. You
not.
know when someone's being mean,
Right.
or vindictive against someone. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it's like not that I had a problem with anything in this movie. It's just like while I was watching it, I was saying to myself like, they can never do that today.
Well, that's an interesting take.
that is interesting.
Cool. All right.
I understand where you're coming from though.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah,
but-
I just personally didn't see anything to where that I
I
would
didn't
overreact
even
to.
notice, and I've been noticing things lately. Like my wife, when she made us watch the next Karate Kid,
Yeah.
and I was noting. God, that was a horrible movie. Mr. Miyagi.
Oh yeah.
I was like, are they making him talk like
Yeah,
that?
right. They're making him talk like that.
Because it was like it was forced, like Asian person speaking English type of speak. I'm like, and he kept calling himself Miyagi, and I'm like,
Yeah,
no
he
one
kept speaking
talks
in the
like
third
that.
person the whole movie.
Even
Right. Yeah.
Like he's the
foreign
Hulk or
person. like,
Like Hulk smash. Like, oh, Miyagi hungry. Like,
What?
yeah,
why though? Like for what?
yeah. So I noticed that stuff like that more now, and I was like, this seems really racist the way they have him speaking, and I'm like, I don't think this person actually speaks like this.
Well,
No.
the other day, like when I can't sleep, I watch random old people sitcoms, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the show, but there was a guy in there who is not Spanish, but he was playing a Spanish character with a very heavy Spanish accent. And I was like, huh.
They overdid it.
They overdid it, especially since like now, like I've seen this guy in other things. And And I was like, well, I know you don't have that accent.
Yeah.
And I was like, why was that necessary?
Because they're just trying to overdo it. 'Cause to them, it's comical.
On the other end of the spectrum, before we get back to Get Smart.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Get Smart. That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. The other end of the spectrum of that is everyone being upset over Chris Pratt playing Mario, doing the voice of Mario, as if Mario is representative of Italian people. Like, come on. They're like, you couldn't get an Italian person. I'm like, he's a Japanese video game character.
Right.
That is a character
not
of
real.
Italian people, which they should technically be offended by.
Right. Two Italian plumbers.
Like, Mario is like, no.
Y'all remember that movie?
Yes.
Oh God! Don't
Super Mario.
not
Yes.
oh,
Y'all remember
not
that?
Bad.
I feel like we should watch that review.
No.
No, we should.
No,
Oh,
Really?
I know.
I think we should.
watching bad movies is better, but I can't.
I feel like we should. Just get some perspective on that.
I would rather not. Like, I don't. But see, like, I'm different in the opinion of, like, I feel like a cartoon character like Mario, like the Avatar people, Airbender, like, that should have been that nationality. But, like, Mario, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares? It's not like we don't have Italian people doing things.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's not like they're getting
It's not like
passed
they're
up
getting
for roles.
underrepresented. Also, this is technically not even an Italian role. Let's be real. Like, I get Mario is Italian, quotes. But if an Italian person's gonna sit there and say that's how they talk, here we go. Like,
Here we go.
No. No.
Waiting time. It's like, okay.
Plus, the
doubt
voice of Mario in the video game wasn't an Italian person.
Well, he hardly ever talks.
Yeah, all he does is say those few things. That's it.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
Who cares?
I was like, I don't know why everybody made a big deal out of that. I was like, I don't.
Just
because
to,
everything is a big deal.
I said
Come
just
on.
to be heard. That's all. That's all.
Well,
it
it's
is.
just like when I was like, just with cartoon characters, if it's a black cartoon character, it does not have to be voiced by a black person. Not 100%. Now, if all of your black cartoon characters are 100% voiced by white people, then we might have an issue there. But
It's like, we're
it's-
gonna be able to tell.
That.
it's not a problem. Like, if it's an Asian guy and he's voicing a black cartoon character, who cares as long as his voice matches the character?
As long as it fits the show. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if they never said anything, we'd never know.
Yeah, like Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
white guy.
Cleveland Brown.
Yeah.
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 No
was
idea.
We'd never know.
I had
that was
no
fine.
idea. And also didn't care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
But
Didn't
also, on the flip side, you shouldn't care if it's a black guy voicing your white character.
Right.
You know?
shouldn't
So,
matter.
like, I think we go too far in movies and TV when we're like, everybody has to be represented by this specific thing. Like, if it's not live action, like, if it's a black character and it's live action, please get a black character.
I mean, it
A
would
black
make
actor.
it would definitely make it more
You know.
believable.
If it's an Asian character and then you make it a live action, please get an Asian actor. Like,
Right.
that's fair. But when it's animated, you need to get the voice that best fits
Right.
what you have there.
If you can make the voice,
yeah.
by all means.
Yeah.
Now,
Have at it.
of course, like I'm going to say it again, if your entire cast is full of white actors, then you probably have an issue.
Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of Simpsons characters that are voiced by the very same person.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's like if you
But they've changed it recently.
Yeah.
yeah, I know Marge changed because her voice changed drastically.
Yeah, her voice changed. Yeah.
It's a lot more raspy now.
Yeah. She sound like her sister. She sound like Selma now.
Yeah, she really do. Like, man, okay, but yeah, it's if you can do the voice, then go ahead and do the voice. I don't really care who's behind it.
Yeah.
No, I
Don't matter to
don't.
me.
I don't. It doesn't matter.
All right. But back to Get
So
Smart.
get smart, yeah.
Yeah.
Our secondary subject.
Yeah. One thing I found interesting about this is like, okay, this is based off this 1960 show, is they actually did make a lot of references to the original show.
Oh, yeah.
And there were parts in the movie where I felt like they were referencing something, but I didn't get it because I never seen the show.
Right.
But like, all of the old cars that you seen, like the red car that was in the museum, and then like I think there was like a blue old school Buick or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there was a vintage car in the movie. It was one of the cars he drove in the show.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So I thought, nice touch.
Nice. Yeah,
dig-
nice little
Yeah.
nod.
I dig that.
Yeah. Also, the Cone of Silence was also from the show.
Was it when you
Was it?
said references? I was like, was it the Cone of
It was
Silence?
the Cone of Silence.
Apparently, it was.
And so that made me actually go to YouTube and look up what the Cone of Silence looked like in the TV show.
What
Like a
did it-
plastic dome.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was
like
unfair.
like plexiglass that like came out of the ceiling and like covered them up. And so in the episode they showed there was 5 people in the office and they're trying to squeeze 5 people into a dome that only fit 2. But apparently you can only hear each other if you're like right in front of each other. So they're trying to like rotate positions so that each person could talk. And I'm like, just relay the message. Like, why are you guys playing musical chairs in this cone?
But that was so funny in the movie. He's like, I will request the COS, please. Yes, I'm so happy.
I'm so happy right now.
It's like, you didn't press the button right now.
My thing's like, wouldn't he even notice? Doesn't it? Like,
I wouldn't think so, but right along with it.
yeah, so that was I would think it was kind of cool to have those nice movie touches in there.
Yeah.
It's always nice when they refer to the original when they're making a new movie. Like kind of just throw those cameos in there, like when Lou Ferrigno was in the Hulk
in
with
the Incredible Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in both of them, wasn't he?
I
think he was.
think so.
Yeah.
okay, maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah,
The
all
first
those-
one, he was like a security guard with Stan Lee.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
He was a security guard in the second one too. He was security in both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he do?
Yeah, so
Okay.
if he was a security guard anywhere, would you try him?
I mean, I wouldn't.
I would not. Like, nah, I'm good.
Unless you have pizza.
Just not worth it. Yeah, apparently pizza distracts him.
If only that was true in real life. You just give a guard pizza and then like
You
you
all
just
good?
yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing would be safe.
Well, I like how she gave that guard a head nod and just walked on into that dude's house. I was like, oh, okay,
True enough.
cool enough. I see she
Well,
has
no,
powers.
because she walked up the stairs
Well, I
holding
mean, you
her
know,
dress,
she showed a
showing
little bit
all
of thigh.
leg.
She showed
Yeah.
a lot of thigh. That's, I mean,
Probably would have had me distracted there a little bit.
So security guard's like, yep.
Yep, you go ahead.
I was thinking, they didn't have an invitation or anything.
Nah,
They just
nah.
walked up
Nope.
in there.
Although I
Strolled
gotta
through.
say, like, I was like, I admire her confidence. She's like, oh, we gonna get in. What got me was that he got in with her.
Yeah.
Because usually, be like, she can get in, but you can't.
Not you, dog.
Well, I mean, it's not a club, though. You know?
Oh. Right.
Yeah, they be hating at the clubs, man. Straight hating.
Oh.
Oh, I guess
I know
they
your name and I know where you
oh,
work at.
Oh, yeah, the deaf joke would that have gone? I guess not.
Wait, what joke?
The deaf joke.
But,
Where
yeah.
he was her deaf stable.
Oh,
boy.
yeah. Her
And he's
slow,
like,
stable
okay.
horse trainer guy. No.
Okay, yeah, maybe not.
That I feel like no, it probably don't do it.
No.
Yeah,
Okay, you're probably not there. But
I wouldn't feel bad about not putting that. I feel like that's very insensitive.
but yet we're laughing.
Right. Cut that out. Cut
I
that
mean,
out.
it was funny.
I mean,
It's like, kind of just trying to keep it light. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
these are jokes. You know what I'm saying? We're
yeah,
not.
no. I mean, hey, if it's funny, it's funny, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean, there are jokes that are just inappropriate, but I guess to each his own. You got to ask each individual person if it's how they feel. But I'm like, if it's a joke, it's a joke.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel.
But
about
I mean, I did say at that joke, I was like, oh man.
No, that one.
it. I honestly didn't think that much of it, but okay.
See, like now that we do this podcast, I gotta like think while I'm watching a movie. You know.
I thought it was funny, or maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know.
No, I mean, no, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
So, are we ready for random movie facts?
Random
Let's go.
movie facts.
Movie facts.
All right.
Hey.
Okay, so the skydiving scene was done for real.
Oh, they like doing real skydiving in movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was real. I was going to ask you that. I
Yeah.
thought it was.
It was shot over a 4-week period.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so all of them actually jumped out the plane.
I mean, not the actors themselves.
No, you can't have Anne Hathaway
They were
and
all-
Steve Carell jump out of a plane.
No, they were all
Okay.
stunt divers.
Even
Even that,
The
I
Great
guess
Company?
so. Yeah.
Man, who did they get to?
Another big person.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's a big dude.
He was,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, he
he's
is.
huge. I'm like,
It's a big dude.
Yeah, like his hands are like, I think they said the width of his hand is like a football, just about.
No, really?
Mhm.
That's insane.
Yeah, his hands are ridiculously big.
Hmm.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do you find anything that fits? But whatever. Yeah,
oh,
he's
they gotta
huge.
make custom clothes.
Probably.
Yeah.
'Cause he's huge.
Definitely.
It
Yeah.
was like, that's profiling. Oh, he's definitely back.
They were definitely profiling him. But
They
I
were
mean,
definitely profiling him. But I'm glad they just mentioned because he was big and not because he had a turban on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, yeah, guys, you're okay. That's definitely profiling, man.
I'm with that.
Yeah, okay. So there was talks of a sequel because this movie did pretty well at the box office. But Steve Carell passed after the script was not so great. And that was, yeah. He's like, no, I'm out. And then by that time, both him and Anne Hathaway became more famous. So,
Okay, I'm about to say, with it being Steve Carell, it's like, why not let him input on the script?
well, yeah, because I think he had input on this script, and I think he ended up, doing a script for the sequel. But by that time, Dwayne Johnson and Anne Hathaway got better things to do than get smart too.
You're smaller, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, he
Yes.
was very small in this movie.
Yeah,
Compared to what he is
forgot
now?
what he looked like with
Yeah.
hair too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
What
I
a difference.
thought I was thinking the hair wasn't real.
His hair?
No,
What,
that
Dwayne's
was
hair?
real.
Yeah.
That was his hair.
Yeah, he had hair.
Yeah.
But eventually, it's like, might as well just cut it off.
Yeah.
It's just- every time it grows back less and less. So might as well just go ahead and cut
At
it
some
off.
point, yeah, just let it go.
Yeah.
But he got a good bald head, so
Yeah, he can rock the ball head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It works for him. Don't work for everybody. But, he can do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, so those are my only random movie facts. We talked about two of the other ones I had, so
Okay. Are we picking nits?
yes, we are. I got a list.
Pick some nits.
Pick some nits.
Nits.
All right, and I know this is due to the movie being silly, but I did want to bring it up. So he goes through like 8 automatic doors, right?
Yeah. And there's a phone booth.
And
at
there's
the
a
end.
phone booth. Like, why?
It doesn't make sense.
Like,
but
I
it's not
I was
supposed to.
on that too.
It
I
has
was on
something
that
to
too.
do with the show.
Yeah, they used to enter a phone booth, right?
I don't have no idea.
I think so. Because
Yeah.
didn't The Simpsons do this as an intro once?
Yeah, they did. The Simpsons did.
Did
this.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, at the for their couch scene.
Yeah, so
Oh,
the
okay.
phone booth, I think, is referencing the.
Oh, okay. I figured it was, but I was like, I'm bringing it up anyways.
Okay. I mean,
Just why?
because if you get all the way there, you're not being fooled
You're-
by the phone booth.
Right.
Like, why would there be a phone booth behind 8 locked doors? And then you also walk through the museum,
Right.
8 locked doors, and then there's this phone booth. Doesn't make any
Like,
sense.
oh man, I went the wrong way.
There's the telephone.
Okay, another one which I know was due to the movie, but I'm bringing it up. Okay, so in the intro, he's carrying all of these papers and binders. Dude ain't got no bag or briefcase to put these in. Like,
Then
why?
it wouldn't be as funny.
Why are they loose? It doesn't
Because
make any
we need it
sense.
to be funny.
True.
Ah.
That's true. It had to be funny.
It didn't make any sense.
For comedic purposes.
Just like the tree.
Okay. So I'm at that scene next. I let the tree go.
Why is that a nitpick? I don't
What's
find
wrong
that
with
as a
the
nitpick.
I'm letting the tree go. I had a nitpick about it, but I'm
Okay.
letting that go so I can talk about the duck and the pool.
Oh.
Like,
That-
you
the
would
duck
notice
that's
the duck
never gonna
never
move?
moves.
I thought about that when I was
And you
watching
don't even
it.
need the duck. Why do we have the duck attached to it?
So you know where the entrance is.
But it's going to open. Doesn't the tree open it?
No.
Does the tree open
He
it?
had to
Oh.
put a code in the
No,
the
the
tree
tree
lifted
brought
the platform.
Oh, he brought out the
platform.
platform, so he had to
Yeah.
enter the code to get through the door.
Yeah.
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 You don't need the duck. And I
And
feel
then
like
why
in
is
Washington,
it a
D.C.,
spiral staircase?
yeah. I just feel like people are going to
Be
notice
fancy.
a duck that never moves.
Will they though?
I think people are going to
If
notice
you record
someone
it, you'll
walking on
notice that
water.
that duck is always
I mean, if
there.
you're recording it, yeah. It's like, you know what?
And then are there ducks always on the pond? Like they leave at some point.
Yeah, like what do they do in the wintertime? Do they unscrew the duck?
Yeah, maybe.
You want to swap it out for a penguin?
in
thing
DC.
was, you're not going to notice someone walking on the water.
Also, that
You do gotta look around first, I imagine. Like,
okay, but like they were outside the Washington Monument, right?
Yeah.
There's always people.
It's always people.
she just gotta be slick.
First of all, I'd be like, is there a guy walking on water? Like,
Yeah.
there is always people out there. It doesn't make any sense.
That is true. But I mean, for movie purposes.
Okay. All right. So we brought up the Swiss Army knife, so I'm gonna let that go. Okay. So he goes to the bakery after Christix said, that's where all this stuff was getting delivered, and so she was like, he had to pull a number to open the door. Is that bakery never crowded? Has a normal person never
I
grabbed
thought
a
about
ticket?
that. Like, what if someone just walks in and pulls a number?
Like,
like
then your secret door opens.
I mean, isn't there always that? Because like
Yeah.
even in Mission Impossible 3, like when he left that camera for Tom Cruise at the beginning, he was like, "Hey, take some pictures of the party for me." He's like, "Okay." What if somebody else decided to get a camera that day?
Yeah.
And now they got it. It's like So I think they kind of just play on the.
Yeah.
We're gonna assume that's
Still,
nobody else.
I'm like, no one ever takes a number.
I guess
Apparently
not.
not. Nobody eats those baked goods.
Oh, okay, maybe not. I mean,
You don't need pastries.
okay. So then to get to the guy's guest house, they had to go through the storm drain, and he was complaining about how dirty it is. It's a storm drain. It shouldn't be dirty. It's a storm
That's what
drain.
she said.
Yeah, but he was talking about like there's like poop and stuff, and I'm like, no, there's not. It's a storm drain.
Yeah, that's what Anne
So what was he
Hathaway said
complaining
after
about?
he was
Like,
complaining
just
a bunch.
what are you
She
complaining
was like,
about?
"It's a storm drain."
It's a storm drain. It's clean. You're fine. Worst thing you get is sticks. You're good.
Well, there were rats in there.
Or what?
Rats.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think rats will be a problem.
Maybe the
but
rat was floating on a rat.
Rats are not clean.
They're not that big to be floating on.
A rat? Oh, I'm about to say rats aren't that
No,
big.
rats are huge.
They sure are. My
What I'm
goodness.
saying, like, so he wouldn't have been able to see any poop or anything. It's a storm drain.
I don't think it's a nitpick. He was being. Extra.
I don't know. I was bringing it up.
I think
'cause-
they made it clear
because
that he was
before
being
she said
extra.
it, because before she said it, I'm like, it's a storm drain. But okay.
Plus,
Honestly,
you're the
most
only
people probably don't know that.
environmental engineer. Like,
Yeah, most people
you're the
probably
only
don't know
person that notices.
Any drain or sewer, what I'm gonna assume is gonna be dirty.
But it's not.
I'm like, oh man, there's duty down there or something.
It's not. You just don't get
I'm
bees
gonna
and
take
whatnot.
my word for it and just not go down there.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but
Yeah, see.
that's because I don't like being in tight spaces or in dirty spaces or just
So it's dirty then. You're saying.
Who does like being in dirty
well,
spaces?
because yeah, sticks and leaves and stuff, that's dirty. That's dirty for me.
Sticks and
It's
leaves.
not dirty. Dirt is dirty.
Well, yeah, but
There's
there's
probably
like,
dirt in there.
yes, there's dirt
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
imagine.
That's
There's gotta be
where the
dirt
dirty
there.
stuff is. I don't
Because
know,
anything,
leaf, I
whatever
don't know.
water gets washed into the whatever it carries along the way is gonna get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's to say there's no turds in that?
because
current.
why,
Why
would, it
would
be?
there be?
Because
I've never seen nobody poop outside,
No.
especially in New York. They were pooping all over the place in New York.
Like,
okay,
this is not
truly
LA.
enough, but I don't think it will be enough.
So okay.
Because
I mean,
you gotta
probably
figure,
not.
you gotta figure like storm drains are mostly empty until it rains,
Mm.
and they're also pretty big. So think about the amount of rainwater you're getting versus one guy's poop. You're fine.
Depending on what that guy ate that day. It could be pretty bad.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, oh! It's just. You just let everything loose.
So you could avoid it. All right. I don't think this is a nitpick, but fine. Definitely.
I'm sorry I brought it up now. Okay. I got a problem with them swinging on that electric cable.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, wouldn't they get electrocuted?
I got a problem with a guy. First of all, he yanked the cable out, then he just swing over. I'm like, really, just you're all dead.
Also, those cables that are up high, they're not insulated, right?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So you're just getting electrocuted.
Yep.
Yeah. Pure electricity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So when they decided to accuse Max of being a double agent, and she was like, "You're the only one who's seen all these things," blah blah blah, because The Rock came to the bakery and was like, "There was no cake here," but she was being stupid because didn't she fought the Chaos Agent?
Yeah.
Why would
so
it be Chaos
you know
Agents
that chaos
there?
is there? Yeah.
If it was a normal bakery,
He also got captured in the bakery.
yeah.
I didn't pick up on this when I watched the movie, but you're right. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and then also
Because he had to show him the element of surprise.
she was like, that was.
No, that's really unfortunate.
Minute the element of surprise.
The limits of the corded phone.
And then also, she was like, he killed Christix before he could say anything. But I was like, I actually went back and rewatched that scene. And I was like, the dude came in the hallway with a gun to kill you both, and Max killed him first. Like, that
When
wasn't.
she kicked the gun to him.
And she kicked the gun to him. I'm like, what are you talking
He's
about?
suggesting, hey,
Yeah, like,
shoot
hey, we
this
need to
guy.
get rid of this guy. It
Right.
was not like he killed him before he could tell you anything. The
Right.
guy just
Yeah.
such a weird take. Like, it didn't make
I
any
did,
sense.
I did not
That's
pick
true.
up on that, but yeah, you're
now that
100%.
you bring it
Especially
out,
since
like,
she
true.
fought the
Yeah.
Chaos Agents.
Yeah, like you were in the bakery and they were shooting at you,
right.
and you fought the giant agent, and your dude got captured. He said you guys were compromised. Like, this is obviously not a regular bakery.
True that.
Just a very weird take for me. Okay,
Agreed.
this is another one that got an answer, but I had to write it down because when I saw it, I was like, no way. But then they answered it. I was like, there's no way that suit fits or that car has gas in it when he escapes the prison and he hops in that red car. But the car stops in the middle of the road. Because I'm like, there's no way that car has gas.
Isn't that what we complained about in Wonder Woman
It
when
is.
they stole that plane from the
Yes.
museum? And they just fly all the way to the Middle East in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that
did
makes
have to
sense.
write next to it, like, okay, they answered it. I was like, nope, no way. Okay.
A bit much.
All right. So at the end of the movie, they're in an SUV and it's driving down the train tracks. They couldn't stop that truck. Like, no
It was on
emergency
fire because
brakes.
she set the flamethrower on.
No turning the wheel. No nothing to stop this truck from moving.
They were fighting, and then she set the front of it on fire. So unless you're gonna jump in the fire,
The dashboard was on fire. The emergency brake is right here.
I guess. But and then where's the movie suspense?
We could have stopped this truck. And then also, I didn't understand like how she didn't have on shoes and then she had shoes on again. Very weird.
I did not notice that.
didn't know.
Oh, I did. Because when she was supposed to get the keys out of his pocket, she didn't have any shoes on.
Oh, that's right. She didn't.
But then she gets out of the truck, she has on shoes. And then when they're running down the street,
She
which by the
slipped the
way, they
shoes
did
back
not
on.
run to downtown LA from that train yard. Not happening.
Okay,
She
it's a
had on
movie.
shoes.
We've got to suspend some disbelief here.
But that
He
was-
also flew to L.A. from Washington D.C. somehow in
like
Air
20
Force
minutes.
plane. No, I think they could do it in those planes. It's just like, why did that pilot fly him there?
Right, like, aren't you an escaped convict? Like, yeah, like, why
trusted
didn't he
him.
fly him there?
Yeah.
And he got there very fast. No, but I didn't write the them running to there. I let that go. But the shoe thing I wanted to bring up.
I don't know.
It was very weird.
I didn't catch that either.
It's the second time she did that. Because when she was doing the laser thing, she had on no shoes. Did she have no shoes? Just, I don't know. Why are we putting these shoes back on?
No,
I didn't catch that either. I was
See?
watching. Well, never mind.
Yes.
Steve Carell get through the lasers.
Yeah, I was watching Steve Carell get through the lasers. That's what I was.
That is what you were paying attention to.
Mm.
How could you miss it?
Yeah, I was like, right, you can't look past that.
That was my last nitpick.
Okay, last nitpick. So we're rating the
when The
movie.
Rock stapled that paper to the dude's head.
Oh, I did want to bring that up. Like-
Terry Crews was like,
Like, so seeing it, I was like, can I do that to somebody?
Yes and no.
I mean, you can do it,
You
but
can physically do it. You shouldn't.
I was just like, oh, hey, like, I might want to try that.
I like
one
how
day.
they had The Rock as a likable person into the very end.
Up until the very end.
Yeah.
Which made me wonder, was he a major character? Or was he in the show? Anyone else?
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, we've established that none of us have seen the show.
No, okay. It made me think about it.
Yeah, I couldn't. I
Oh,
can't
the
remember
lady
what
in the
it was.
picture was actually one of the stars of the show. When she showed that picture?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
The stars of the original show.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, well, yeah. So they put a lot of few. Well, a few.
They
of those.
did. They did put a lot of throwbacks, but which is weird because I feel like the people watching this movie have never seen the show.
I mean, I'm sure there's some people that seen the movie that's seen the actual show. There had to be something.
I think at that point, I don't know, but maybe.
At that point, like 50 years later.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was a long
50
time.
years, but
Yeah.
like 43, 43 years later. Yeah. It's probably some, they're very old, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure if anyone watching it actually seen the show.
I've never seen it.
Because if you're watching the show, then you were already in like your 30s or 40s, right?
Maybe not. Maybe
Unless
you were a
you're
kid
just
watching
interested
it.
in
I don't know if there was a kid watching
Old-timey-
Get Smart.
Why not?
maybe like the old
was a
timey
comedy,
stuff.
I mean, okay, I'm not saying I've never seen an old show, but I mean, until this movie came out, I didn't even know Get Smart was a show.
Well, I
Neither
mean,
did I.
because you were born in the 80s.
But I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that, but like, I've seen and heard of I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched, but Get Smart was like never on anything. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's
I don't know.
I mean, I've never heard of it, but it had some people had to know about it. So I mean, I don't think it's too far fetched for somebody to have seen it
okay.
prior to the movie.
Or maybe somebody's parents had some Get Smart VHSs.
Yeah, or maybe somebody's parents was always watching. Oh, like, oh man, my dad used to always watch this stuff because you know.
Okay. So like when we were younger, old shows would be on TV, right? Mm-hmm. And it was usually like Gilligan's Island,
Yeah.
Andy Griffin, I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get Smart was not one of those shows.
Should have been.
If it was good, right? Like, why not? They were all out on the same era.
I didn't even know it was a show until
So I
watched-
think it's interesting or weird. Like
But out of those shows you mentioned, which one do you think were good?
that, I think that Andy Griffin is good,
Andy Griffin. That's it.
and I like I Dream of Jeannie. It's a little ridiculous, but I like it.
Yeah. I did like I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah,
I was going to say I Dream of Jeannie.
It's like,
yeah. It's very it's. I'm not sure it's a thing will be on TV today, but I liked it.
okay. I didn't really much care for any of them, but okay.
Oh, well, I used to watch them all the time.
Yeah,
Gilligan's Island.
I used to watch Gilligan's Island by force.
Yeah, yeah.
by force.
Yeah, my grandma used to watch it, so
Oh,
And then I was just like, they're never getting off this island, are they?
they're never. They actually no. Didn't they get off and then get lost again? Is that how it ends?
I don't know.
I think that's how it ends.
I'm not going to question it.
sad.
Yeah. Although, if they were only on a 3-hour tour, they couldn't have been that far out, right? And then they were on a 3-hour tour. Why do they have all that luggage?
I don't know.
It's true.
Like, they should have nothing more than like a backpack, right?
I would think so.
Just,
I never really thought about that.
I don't think I put some thought into this.
You listen to the theme song, it's like, yeah.
I mean,
3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
Oh, yeah, it is in the theme song. Huh.
And they said it twice, but,
Yeah.
but yet I paid no attention.
Well, it sucks for them.
It does.
Yeah. So
You
are we
brought
going to
everything?
rate Get Smart?
oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'd pay for that.
I was like, I'll pay for that. I wouldn't mind, like, if, like, getting it on, like, video on demand or something to watch.
The Walmart clearance box.
Yeah, or something like that.
It's like a $5 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to get to watch my folding clothes, which I know seems harsh. Especially since I've seen
Our
this
Watch
movie
My Phone
multiple
Close
times.
is never harsh. What do you mean? That's what we rate 90%
Yeah,
of movies.
most of the movies we give us.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's like it's a good movie. It's fun to watch, but
I think for what it is, where it fits, that's why I gave it that rating, because it's
I
like,
pay for
you know,
that seems too high.
Really?
Yeah, it's somewhere in between. We need a half rating.
But isn't it closer to I pay for that? Because I mean, it's Get Smart. Like, I can't. Like, I'd sit down and watch the movie. Like, I
this
can't
is top tier comedy.
like, I'd be paying the attention.
This is top tier comedy. Like you said, name a comedy where you're like, yeah,
Anchorman.
okay, Anchorman is funny.
You all right over there?
Yes, Anchorman is funny.
Anchorman is funny. Both of them, actually. Both of them was funny. But Will Ferrell was...
Yeah, see, that's another one, though. Oh, Talladega Nights.
Yeah, Steve Carell was in that. So it was like, okay.
Would y'all have liked to see Will Ferrell in this movie in Steve Carell's place?
I think he could have did a job.
Yeah.
I think it would be the same. I think it would be about the same.
It would be about the same. It's the look. He doesn't fit the character.
Because he's tall.
Yeah, he's too tall. He is too tall.
He's too tall. Because then that would put him on the same plane with...
The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's too tall.
yeah.
I say so.
But no, I think he could have played that part.
Yeah, the comedy is similar.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Derek, I don't think we got your rating.
Anchorman. Oh yeah.
I get. I will pay for that.
There we go. That's an I would pay for that from 3D Rivals. Forget Smart. Look at that. It's an older movie that we rated higher than Watch While Folding Clothes. It's amazing.
No. We did older movies that we ranked high.
Did we?
Like what?
Like what?
The Fugitive.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the fugitive, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Fugitive. But yeah,
I didn't kill my wife.
I don't,
I don't
care.
care. It's a classic.
Oh, didn't we used to? The mic. All right. If you hear all that ruffling, it was Devin.
Devin.
That did it. That reminds me, we stopped doing the best lines of the movie. So
Oh, yeah.
because,
The
because
lines, yeah.
I didn't like the lines in these movies, so I didn't include it.
You didn't like the lines on Get Smart?
But like
I am
a
so sexually threatened.
okay,
okay,
okay, all right, I'll give you that. That's probably the best. Yeah, but usually I only include it if there's a movie where I actually like the lines in it.
yeah.
What about when she kicked old dude in the balls? He was like, "That would have definitely worked on me." I think everybody was saying, "I'm like, yeah, that would have worked on me." I'd be down.
All right.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, I mean I will start including it at all times if you guys want me to.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
let's
got
do
it.
that.
I
I mean,
forgot
I
it.
think
I forgot
we
all
can-
about it.
Oh no,
until
it's
now.
still there. I just
Well,
haven't
until
been.
we said the fugitive line, and I was like, "Oh, that was the best line in the movie."
Yeah. We haven't been having any good ones, so I haven't been including it.
True that. True that.
Okay.
All right,
We'll have to remember that for next time.
cool.
Pick out some good lines.
Yeah, well, that was our thoughts on Get Smart, among other things.
A lot of other things.
So, have you seen Get Smart? Well, why don't you let us know what you thought? Would you pay for it? Make
Or would you fold clothes while watching it in the background?
Yeah. So make sure you put that in the comments below. Like and subscribe. And if you're watching, or excuse me, listening in podcast form, make sure you leave a rating and review. And as always, thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate it. Dude, peace out.